Blizzard.
The Leon Creative is here first.
Blizzard.
Clow who just claimed second.
Oh, okay. I modified something with the mic. Hopefully, I won't be as mumbly. I hope. We will see. We will see. We will see. We will see. Anyway, so last we left off, we were futzing with the skin tone of this guy. Hello, Mama Aya. How are you? What's up? Hi. Can I help you? Something going on? Hmm? What's up? Today was terrible. Uh oh. How is today terrible? Oh, there you go. I give to you the kitty. Can you stay on camera? Can you stay on camera? People had a bad day. They need to see you. Okay. I guess the answer to that question is no. We're going to lay right there. Got it. Got it. You know, collapsing job, existential crisis. Yeah. Yeah. I know the feeling. I had a couple of emails today. I said, you know what? F you, mofos. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I have a 22-mile long project land that I have zero support on, and my entire environmental staff is dumber than a box of rocks. So I understand. I have everybody under the sun thinking they know what they're doing, and every time they send an email, it makes me want to punch somebody in the face. Not a good feeling. Or every time that something comes up, it's like this is basic stuff that we've been working on. It's well, but we want to change it. It's like, no, we're not changing it. But uh have you considered I have nothing for that. I have nothing for that one. All right, so we were doing a dark red skin tone. Hi. Okay. Hello. Greetings and salutations, my love. Are you feeling okay up there? Hmm? We did give you a brushie earlier. You seem to really like that. Uh, can you mend my broken heart? But why not? Exactly. That's how I feel right now, Mama. I feel like we have an opportunity to really be agile and fix the things that we need to fix. Yeah, that's true. I don't want Mama Lion mad at me. I, I've seen what happens when a mama gets mad and protects their cubs. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That could be real bad for me. Real bad. No, 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 no. That is not a gauntlet we casually pick up. This is what we call learning and growing. That's the wrong button. And the mic volume's kind of okay and all that. I futzed with some settings yesterday, and I think I fixed it. I hope I did. What's LOL? What are we LOLing? Also, I prepped a crap ton of stuff, Lion. I'm going to have so many figures in a box somewhere ready to be painted screaming at me. It's like, paint me. It's like, man, no, not today. Tomorrow I'm going to do a bunch of work on bases and try to finish sculpting out some of them. This is going to. You know what? Why don't we be successful in block and colors? That'll be helpful. Print some rocks. Well, I think that's what I'm leaning towards for some of it, right? So let me finish these handful of brush strokes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. So I was having a thought because I have these the Reaper base toppers. Like I backed the base boss. I'm like, yes, this will be awesome. I'm like, I'm dumb because I'm gonna put the base topper on top of the base. That seems silly. But there's a part of me that wants to either cut him off the base or cut part of this base out and use it to kind of fill in the gaps a little bit. I don't know. I'm just like struggling a little bit with what I want to do. What? Cut the topper out and just mount it up? Oh, Puffer's not doing well. That's sad. Oh. But I also have like these little goblins ready from the Paizo's line that Reaper has, which look like they could be a lot of fun. To either paint as a band or offshoots, right? Think of a stretch too. Or this little guy that gets his little freaking tin can on the back. Oh, stretchy. So, I mean, that was part of my day today when I was trying not to do the work spiral too hard. So during my lunch hour, I stopped and cleaned some miniatures, and prepared them for what I think is going to be the correct basing option, or thinking about how I want to base them and move forward with them. But because yeah, the cutting off of the feet, I've done that. I just sometimes I feel like it. I feel like I'm missing something with that, and it does not end well for me. Oddly. Okay. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye. Yeah, she's all kinds of excited today. The weather is nearly 70 degrees, so I can open the window and have it open for the most part and have no issues. Turn off that filter and leave it as El Natural. How you doing, Jay? Shaw. Before I had dinner, I was playing a little bit of Hollow Knight, and I managed to beat a boss that had frustrated me earlier. I was like, yeah. I was trying to do like a Dreamweaver boss and realized I couldn't heal during. I was like, I will come back to you later. I mean, that's that's one of the reasons why I like Elden Ring. Um, Elden Ring and Hollow Knight has been kind of fun, but I think I did something out of order in Hollow Knight, so now everything's like infected. I'm like, well, this is fine. Ba, 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 ba. Did you have a phastacular day last time you got to play with Phasmophobia with Layden and Habula? Yeah. Sorry, Jay. I'm leaving that up for a while. Given that I'm screaming enough of that at work, I don't. I want positivity in chat. It's okay. I increased the warning times. It's all right. Eventually, one day, I may relax it, but for now, let's keep the vibe positive and the language on the up and up. Or I could add you as a regular and it'll fix that problem. But actually, as warm it is in this house, I might turn the fan on here in a second. Jeez Louise. You gotta love this southern weather. Yeah, it was 20 last week or like 2 days ago, and now it's like 70. That's today was 35. Wow, that's hot. That's hot. Hi, hi. You gonna lay there and help me? 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 There you go, Jay. I dropped one of her side hustles. In that Discord. How you doing, Helgrat? You doing okay?
Emotional damage.
Helgrat request a dad joke.
All right, that's where Helgrat's at. Give me 1 second. What's the difference between a rooster and a crow? A rooster can crow, but a crow can't rooster. Yeah. That's the granddad of dad jokes. Hi. How are you? You want to say hello? Can you get a little mew mew? Can we get a little mew mew? Meow meow? Meow meow? Can we get some meow meow? Okay. Off to adventures you go. Of course, now that I turn the fan on, I'm like, oh, now my feet are cold. Put your shoes back on. Yeah, dogs. We just, we just hanging and chilling. Got a kitty. It's off having her little adventures. I'm just working on this mad pumpkin from Elden Ring. Trying to get my skin tone to be like a reddy, brown, ashy looking thing. But I think I got figured out. I just need to get the base coats down. And then we'll work up from there. How you doing, Fit? Behind the tree. Better than yesterday? That's a good day. That's an excellent day. Because every day is better than yesterday. Oh, protect the kiddo. Yeah. I mean, that is the challenges of life. Protect said offspring. My current the person I'm currently reporting to is in and out of the hospital right now, dealing with someone's having a kidney issue. I don't know exact details, but I just know they're at the hospital together, husband and wife, doctor. Really? Okay. I'm going to have to look up kidney health now. Make sure I'm trying to do the things to promote it. But I've stopped drinking Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper for the most part, so that should help quite a bit. I've been drinking a lot more water. Cannot even date corneas. That's eyeball stuff, isn't it? Why would you want to donate your eyeballs? Oh, really? No, I mean, you're no longer using them, so I understand. Hi, can I help you? Okay. Goodbye again. I can't give blood either. I have mad cow. Or suppose that they assume that I have mad cow. I don't want to do the work to figure out if I have mad cow. Ah. Calablone! How are you? Are you feeling better? You have, in fact, not died. Excellent. Excellent. Yay! Excellent. And happy belated birthday. Can I help you? Is there something up, sweetie? Okay. Here I am trying to get, you on camera so everybody can see you. All your kitty glorious. No? No? Hi. Hello. Who's my gorgeous? Who's my gorgeous kitty? Someone gave you a okay. She returns back no snoot, and she would like to bite my arm. Yeah. She's stuck somewhere between wanting to be super playful and wants to be petted. So that really great torty phase, you're just like, oh, okay. This is either going to work out really well or it's a trap. The answer is yes. What? No. No speaking in lo fi songs. I refuse. Dislike. Hard pass. You're lo-fi. You're not meant to be there to be singing and narrating your life to me. I heard it come up. I'm like, what is this? No. No. Yeah. It was the lo-fi song. I'm like, no. But no. And it's like, but yes. I'm like, but no. And it's like, but yes. I'm like, but no. All right, so we got our skin tone kind of based in there. Can I get a little bit of a blue black? We are painting the Mad Pumpkin from Elden Ring. It's one of the early on bosses, or early on, I guess you would say, tougher mobs. Not technically a boss per se, but it's treated as a boss. Kind of like a mid-tier boss, I guess you would say. Not exactly like the most challenging thing you could fight, but not exactly the easiest thing you can fight, sort of deal. Like once you get stuck in the tight arena, it's a pain in the butt to fight him. That guy right there, Elden Ring. So that's him in, I forget what castle it is, off the top of my head. It's the one to the south that you can go. It's the fort with the misbegotten have taken over, and you have to go find the father that refuses to leave because his daughter is blind, but she was sent away. Sort of deal. They either carried flails or they carried big heavy staffs with bonkers on them. Do you like Souls games or Souls like games? Let's steal, let's steal, let's steal. Then you would like watching. This would have been one of the earlier on enemies. Yeah, it was the only game that, for whatever reason, really held my attention. And I have it both on PC and PlayStation to try to play it. I just haven't felt. Carbot Animations does his stuff for it is hilarious. Like I love watching his stuff on it. It's like I remember that. Someone pointed out that interesting. It was interesting watching Carbot play through because as he went through the game, you could see his progression skilling up. Yeah, and that's the nicer part about Elden Ring is that it's more of a uh, um, it's open world, so you have a lot more freedom to explore and walk around. But the problem is you have a lot more room to walk around and explore in. So you're on the main quest to avoid the main quest, Kel? Nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's kind of the enjoyment of those games, is that you get to enjoy the way that you want to play it. It's not about a linear progression. Hootie! How are you, Al Rudy? Uh, you picked up Divinity Original Sin 2. Played for like an hour and forgot. Well, you just rolled back 200 hours of gameplay right there, sir. When it's on rails, it's a lot easier sometimes. Barrelmancer. Do you get a bunch of barrels and hide people in the barrels? You have an indestructible chest full of chests that are also full of chests and barrels, and I take it for a walk. That sounds like stratagem. Hi. Hello. What's up? What you doing? What? Wait. Damage of the barrel is based on the chest that you're taking for a walk. Or so the chest is telekinesis over the boss's head, and then when it drops, the boss goes splat. Where's my Looney Tune physics? Hi. You drop it on its toe. What's up? How you doing, sweetie? What's up? I mean, I kind of enjoy that about some games when you get to do things like that. Like if you're old enough to know the stories, Kelleblum, when you'd go like read ThoughtBot back in the day with the WoW quest, or read like the WoW head, and someone's like, in order to defeat this, what I did is I formed a party of exactly 5 people, including myself. I was the priest, and then I got 2 DPS and 1 tank, and then we had a backup healer, and we rolled west through the lowlands of the Barrens, and we went to look for Mancrick's wife to find that Mancrick's wife is not there. Right? So I was looking up Hollow Knight because I was like running through the Coliseum of Fools, and I got to one, and they're like, "You must use these charms." I'm like, "Who must use these charms?" Right? It's just let me enjoy the game. Just let me enjoy the game. But you didn't have fun the way you suggested it. It's like I just need to go find Mancrick's wife in this freaking house. How hard is it? How hard is it? Exactly. I just because I was speaking of WoW, I remembered that quest very vividly from the Horde, and it stood out to me as a reminder. And it was like the running joke of Baron's general chat. Remember the days when zones had general chat? Barons chat, trade chat. Hootie, I would recommend making a dwarf barrelmancer. Because that sounds fun. Looked all posh and sophisticated. Ah, yes! I am Skillmans, the Barrowmancer. I hail from the pretentious lands of nobility. Attack barrel. Well, that sounds useful. Video and chill playlist. No. How many times do we have to say it? No talking. No talkie. We don't talkie when we do lo-fi. Lo-fi, no talkie. Lo-fi, just bits and hits and thumps and BPMs. That's it. No talkie. All right, a little bit of talkie, okay, but that's too much talkie. Way too much talkie. Mm. We have an ad break starting soon. That's good. I know what's up. This dwarf wants me to paint him like Hootie Hoot. Hi, Froggenstein. How are you? We have an ad break starting. I shall be back momentarily. I need my water. Yay! Are you nearly pain-free instantaneously? There's that. Yay! So much better. I'm glad you're feeling so much better, Frog. Yeah. Have a new dwarf. Prep up. What's up, sweetie? What's up? Hmm? What's up? What's up, Antifreeze? How are you? That's excellent. You're doing good. Your class is all over now? Finally? That's good. Get your hey, hey. Get your certification and all that stuff. Was it a come later idea or is it those are mine? Thank you. Ah, the voucher to take the first. I hate that. Hi, can I help you? Hmm? Can I help you? Yeah, I kind of want to keep doing what I'm doing with that. Kind of like that play. Skin tone. Ba-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm looking for something on my tablet. There it is. There it is. We're good to go. Forgot to have my YouTube preview stream up. Yeah. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, Izzy. You do the lurketh, for the lies of P shall find you. Your little Christmas hat. Bum, bum. Yeah, I'm honored. I get Izzy. I get Izzy lurk. So much so, it just made me drop my brush. Bum, bum, bum. Good morning, Grand Robert. I hope you are doing well. You has a crumble. I never cared much for crumbles. I'll be honest. I've seen them. They're delicious. I've eaten them. It's just like, okay. Because the crumble is like a cobbler, but not a cobbler, right? Strawberry and huckleberry cream crumble. Yes. Yeah. I was confirming I was correct. Yeah. I've so we did somebody was making those because it was like a really big rage when uh when Thanksgiving. And I I was like really excited. I'm like, oh, so we get like an apple pie, but it's not an apple pie. It it gave me really bad taste, and I'm just like, I can't do that. Scarred me. It scarred me. It was that tart. Yeah, it was an apple pie crumble, and I was like excited. I was like, nope. I mean, I'm not a overly large like I like artificial strawberry, but I don't care for real strawberry. Um, I don't know why. um, or freeze dried strawberry. A custard. What about fish sticks and custard, Grand Robert? I know it's a weird combination. You're not supposed to do it. Hmm. It's not a texture that bothers me with them. Like every so often, I'll have a bite. I'm like, I shouldn't have had that bite. It's more of a flavor profile. Mm. Custard filled donuts. Mm. Ambrosia Devon custard. Sounds amazing. Ambrosia. Such a fancy word, ambrosia. Hey, how are you, Tiny Big Wars? Yeah, cooked fruit can cooked fruit can go wrong really quick sometimes, or it can be absolutely amazing. One of the two. Okay, sweet. I should have muted my mic. Sorry, I was lowering my desk. Okay, goodbye. Bum, bum, bum. That sound made me look over to see if I was missing a dad joke incoming. That was not okay, Lo-Fi. So it's kind of like biting into a French fry that you know is supposed to be crisp and then is squishy. And then you 100% get past that and you're just like, I don't know if I can eat the rest of these. Thank you for that stretch, fabulous guys. The other person that just had a bunch of dental work done, Frankenstein and Habula, together again. What? You said you had some dental work done, and Frankenstein had some stuff as well. Uh, at the beginning of stream, we were talking about people with kidneys problems, and then Now it's like, oh, teefers. Teefers. Got to make sure you protect the teefer. 3 extractions. Wow. That's a lot. And you went to like next to no pain the moment they were all done. Right. My answer to that question, Sir Geese, is whatever you can acquire. Army Painter Fanatic 2.0 is fine. Reaper MSP is fine. AK Interactive 3rd generation is fine. Pro acryls are fine as well. And it's really about the taste that you want to go with when you're painting. I tend to paint a little bit differently with chimeras and mix in pro acryls as well. I'm using both gold titanium white and chimeras, mixing them together. So flats as well. It really depends on the accessibility of what you're looking for. If you want something that's a little bit more consistent with your army painters, I would recommend the Fanatic 2.0s or AK 3rd Gen. It's essentially they're almost all the same now. If you're using Army Painter 2.0, I would stick with Army Painter 2.0. If you're using Army Painter 1.0, I would recommend 2.0 or Pro Acryl. Or Reaper. But Reaper's about to relaunch their paint line, so. When is that Kickstarter? It should be soon, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, antifreeze, I know the answer to that question, and the answer is no. No, they will not. Be safe with your food, hey? Oh. Speed paints, Army Painter 2.0 or the Fanatic line, it's not speed paint based, but it should be close to your 3rd gen as well. The speed paints are fine. I use them every so often. It just depends on what I'm working on. They're okay. Like I don't hate them, but at the same time, it's not the way that I want to paint, so I don't use them all that often. If I'm painting something with a specific style and I want to go for a different kind of lining technique, yes, I will use a speed paint. But I want the speed paint for its consistency. Oh, yeah. You know why that they did that, right, antifreeze? I remember Ann talking about that one day on stream. Um, and essentially, um, Ron liked new things. That's why. That's why. Ron wanted new paint. So they made a shade that was close to an existing shade. And then you ended up with 3 colors of key lime pie slime or whatever. Because they were trying to square it away. He uses So Flat Frog. Me and him have had conversations about it. because it really gets that saturation and it's high pigment. Yeah. Yeah. Blood paints. There's a lot of greens that are very similar. Uh, yeah. But we'll see what happens with them. Too thin coats. Too thin coats. Spinelane Beagle really liked them, but I think he's kind of shifted away from them a little bit, or he's not like certain aspects of them. Oh, I'm aware. Tiny Big Horse can't spell. Yeah. I still have a lot of my Reaper paints. I use them every so often, but yeah. Yeah. But too thin coats, they're not bad. It's just um, emotional damage. Yeah. And that's why the beginning of that answer was whatever is easily accessible for you. If you can get your hands on something, that's the best paint you can find. Because everything, while they're all about the same, it feels like there's still little nuanced differences between them that you have to fight with. And you have to learn how the paint actually behaves with what you want it to do rather than just grab it and go. Oh yeah, don't use GW though. Plates. Yeah, and then Calablome over there with her massive tube paints that'll never go bad, which is fine. Um, the only one that I would recommend avoiding, the only two brands that I really recommend avoiding right now is Scale 75 and Citadel. Yeah, GW. J-dubs. Some people have had great success with them, but yeah, I would not recommend them. Scale 75 right now, they have issues with their gel medium that they use, and it can be really, 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 really weird. Like it can be like you can have paint that goes on smooth and it's amazing, and then 2 seconds later you add one extra drop of water to it and it's trash. I have some colors, but I very rarely ever reach for them just because they've been so weird, or I've had too many challenges with them, and they've had a lot of issues with rub off as well. Um, when handling a miniature, I know Chimera can rub off really easily, but Scale 75 has had a lot of issues post like it's been dried and then varnished and then it still rubs off and you're like, I don't understand what I'm doing with you. Taco was having a lot of issues with their scale 75. But that's the only one I would actually. Those are like the only two I would recommend avoiding. If you wanted to pick up like one or two skin tones from scale 75, they're absolutely freaking beautiful. The problem is that you have to keep all of that in mind. But that goes back to kind of what I was saying earlier is that your each range, while they are all getting similar to these days and behaving similar, I still feel like there's it's bits and pieces between them that you need to be mindful of when painting with them. Because if you're not careful, it it does impact how you deliver, right? Um, an example of that. I use them. I use them a lot. Um, one second. So this is the fall archer that I've been working on and off stream. Um, she's a chimera model. I repainted a lot of these green cloths because I was getting a lot of patchiness because I overthinned the chimeras, and then they dried with that phase and the haze, and I can still see when I look under like a magnifying glass. Like I still need to do this piece a little bit more, but it's on like the backside, so I don't really care so much. Uh, yeah, but that's what it is. It takes a lot of practice and time, and you have to learn what you're doing with it. The more you just blindly believe that somebody's good, yeah, it's not going to end well. But these sometimes have a lot of issues with like patchiness or fogginess. If I switch this into black and white, you can kind of see it a little bit. But when you want like super smooth, sometimes it can get there. It's just getting to that point. Uh, that's why I like the chimeras, but at the same time you have to be careful about how much you're thinning them because that is a common issue. Massive common issue with them. They can be frustrating to the point you go, son of a biscuit, and then you have to essentially start over with something, or not start over, but find a way to fix it. And it's usually just glazing back over it with a base tone of some kind, and you can quickly correct it. It's time you have to reinvest into what you're doing. But with the right practice, you can make any paint look great. It's really just how much you want to spend. The other secret weapon in my arsenal is this guy, Turbo Dork's thinning medium. This is the stuff that I have another bottle. This bottle lasted me nearly a whole year, and I like it a lot. When I was at ReaperCon, I picked up Cuttlefish's Magic Medium. I don't like it as much. I kind of like the Turbo Dork thinning medium a little bit better. It's kind of what I use to help thin my paints. That's what the big white blob down here is on my wet palette. It's thinning medium that I use to help thin my paints out instead of using just standard water. I used water for a long time. It works. I just didn't want to use it anymore. Yeah. I used a lot. I used Reapers. I used water with all of my MSPs for I don't know how many years. At least 3 or 4 before I tried to make my own medium. But Grumpy Crane turned me on to the magic medium, and I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I'm down for this. Um, yeah. Um, it's the bottles are what drives people away. Their colors are fine-ish for the most part. It's just the bottles is what makes everybody upset. Um, Hi, what's up? How are you? You okay? You've been super active all evening long. You have not napped. Are you going to be crabby? Huh? Are you going to be crabby? Hi, hello. Greetings and salutations, my love. How are you? It was pretty kitty. It was pretty kitty. Yes, kitty. I have a cat. She does come and hang out with me sometimes on stream. She's been very active all evening. Sometimes she'll hang out in this bed right here, and sometimes she'll hang out right in front of me. There you go. There you go. Yes. We have a new person in chat chatting with us. You want to say hello? You want to say hello? Can you get a hello? Can we get a meow meow? Can we get a meow meow? Can we get a meow meow? Okay, I guess not. Yeah, it's been nearly 60, so I've had the windows open today.
Someone just followed. Who is that?
Thank you for the follow, Sirius. On Friday night, she'll get a treat, and I'll point the camera over towards something and make it a full screen affair. Hi. Hello. Okay. Okay. I would like to paint. I would like to paint, my love. Hmm? You're okay. Yes, we do need another running meow. Though after I made my modifications to the mic, I don't know if we'll be able to pick it up. Um, I enabled double filter. I had double filters enabled for a while, and that was messing with me. So I disabled the double filters, but I'm not quite sure how much background noise is being picked up. I don't think it as much as was before. But welcome in, Sir Geese. I paint a lot of fantasy stuff. We're working on the Mad Pumpkin from Elden Ring. I'm playing with just a bit of a Zorn palette on it, just because I wanted to limit myself. We'll do fantasy stuff. Let's see what we do. Hi. Hello, my love. How are you? Okay. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, so it's the Mad Pumpkin from Elden Ring. I was trying to think of, is it Fort Haith? No, it's not Fort Haith. There is one at Haith, though. There's three of them out in the forts. There's one before a fort, one in a fort, and then one protecting. Hey, let's not drink the paint water, nerd. Um, and then there's the one that protects her, the mage lady, or is the jailer of the maid lady in Limgrave, if I remember correctly. Should be three of them if I think out loud. Because the one on the approach to the fort is a pain in the butt because it's like, oh, you have Godric soldiers and you have the misbegotten trying to fight you as well as you try to get up in the fort to re-enable the rightful ruler. Hey, what's up? What you doing there, nerd? How are you? Hey, hey, why are we pawing my water cup? No, no, no. How many times do I have to tell you no? One more time? Three more times? No, I do not want to go to the emergency vet because you drink paint water. Please stop. Please stop. She does have her own water. She has two big water bowls downstairs that she gets to drink from. I mean, for kitties, they don't care about. I mean, it's not super spicy. Um, Here, you want the pen? Okay, we've sacrificed a pen. Yeah. D&D was my gateway into miniature painting. Um, I learned with a Reaper Learn to Paint kit. She was fed with dinner. She has plenty of food downstairs. She's free feed. She's free feed, so I know that she has plenty of dry kibble down there. Um, that I'm not concerned about. I could use a bigger brush. I mean, she's definitely feeling the spice a little bit today. Um, but it's really just the weather changes. I think it kind of impacts animals. Yeah, I could see. Excuse me, Father. I can see the bottom of my bowl. This is not acceptable. Uh, it's kind of what it comes down to sometimes. There we go. There we go. Now you get the coverage you want.
Jay is a poop head.
Yeah, I mean, I filled her dish up with dinner, and then I gave her wet food, and she's like, "Thank you, human." Left the downstairs window open and let her hang out there, and while I was watching YouTube and eating my leftover meatloaf and green beans. Excuse me? Oh, crap. I need to. Ah, ah, snooze. Nailed it. Remembered it. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. As customary, it is time for us to put up the raid timer. We usually stream for about 2 hours, Monday and Wednesday, and Sunday. But we will return on Friday and we will return on Saturday as well. And we will do long streams then and we'll paint something big. And we'll paint a lot of stuff. Or we'll paint things. Yes. Yes, you can. I know that for a fact, antifreeze. There's people out there that'll buy that up in a New York second. They'll be like, that's the OG formula? Heck yeah. Unopened? Crack dealer now, sir. Crack dealer.
Cleopatra. Mystic Amethyst Minis just showed up with 9 viewers. Hope they have
Mystic Amethyst Minis, welcome in. What were you working on? Where are the mangoes at this? Ah, a root. I don't know. I don't know where the mangoes. You're not, give Mystic Amethyst Minis a follow, please and thank you. Thank you for the raid. Be safe. Enjoy. Be awesome. So don't get mango flavored tequila. Got it. Paint more toys. Yeah, I know. I want to. But I need to go to work tomorrow and I need to be semi functional and not be super crabby with everybody. So I do need to have my beauty rest. Or I would paint more. I'm actually getting to a point where I may actually enjoy this mini more than I thought. So we're working on the one of the mad pumpkins from Elden Ring. And we're just kind of base coating and slopping paint around right now because it's easy. And we can be successful. At that. And we're going to do a gold and non-metallic head and hammer as well. Then we'll do non-metallic metal on the chains and stuff. But, you know, one problem at a time is what I would like to say right now. Do your base coats. How do you expect to have any non-metallic metals if you don't do your base coats? Which, by the way, did you see that cover, Wyatt? That Post Malone did of Iron Man? That was pretty impressive. Welcome in, Paint Station. I hope you're having a great day. Ah, the Godskin Apostles pop up. Seems fitting. All right. So now that I've done that, I do not know why I keep putting on my reading glasses. I do not need them for what I'm doing right now, but now I'm kind of wish I still had them on Simple Biscuit. Orange. Because we're going to be running close to the ad time, right? Should put the paintbrush down. Put the paintbrush down. It puts the paintbrush down and it finds the raid target. Following. Because we have not rated him in a while. We're going to go right into the Dork Depot because he has excellent dad jokes. And I haven't heard one from him today. So we're going to give him a raid and see what it's like. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's awesome. Thank you for the new follows. Welcome in new friends. Welcome in new raiders from Mystic Amethyst. And we shall return on Friday. What we're going to work on, I don't know. But we'll find out then. Everybody be awesome and be safe.